The Bavarian town of Klingenberg, peaceful, picturesque. Nestled in the heart of Germany, it seemed like a place untouched by time. But something lurks beneath the surface. An ancient evil, awakened. A darkness that had been dormant for centuries. Its target, Anneliese Michel, a young woman seemingly destined for a life of quiet devotion. She was the pride of her family, a beacon of hope. But fate, it seems, had other plans, darker plans. Plans that would shatter her world and those around her. Anneliese was a devout Catholic, a good girl. Her faith was unwavering, her devotion absolute. But at 16, her world shattered. Her once serene life turned into a nightmare. Violent seizures, contortions, a darkness entered her eyes. It was as if she was possessed by an unseen force. The doctors offered no answers. Their expertise fell short in the face of this inexplicable affliction. Her family feared the worst. They watched helplessly as their beloved Anneliese deteriorated. Was it epilepsy, or something more sinister? The questions haunted them, as the answers remained elusive. The medications failed, her condition worsened. Anneliese's behavior became increasingly bizarre. She spoke in tongues. She became violently ill at the mere sight of religious icons. Her voice changed, distorted, guttural. The sweet girl was gone, replaced by something monstrous. The family sought solace in their faith. Priests were summoned. They saw past the medical diagnoses, past the skepticism of doctors. This was no illness. This was evil, pure and simple. This was demonic possession. The Catholic Church authorized an exorcism. For months, the battle raged on. Anneliese, her body a tortured vessel, endured countless hours of prayers and rituals. The priests fought valiantly, but the entity within her was strong, defiant. The haunting sounds of Anneliese's torment echoed through the halls of her home. Her screams, her pleas for mercy, her blasphemous pronouncements. The line between sanity and madness blurred, leaving everyone to question. Could faith alone save her soul? Deliverance or despair? Anneliese withered away, her spirit crushed under the weight of her suffering. Her body, ravaged by both the entity and the extreme rituals, could take no more. The relentless torment left her frail and broken. She stopped eating, believing herself unworthy of sustenance, her mind consumed by despair. Her pleas for help became whispers, barely audible cries in the darkness. The once vibrant young woman was now a living shadow, a mere echo of her former self. On July 1, 1976, Anneliese Michel drew her last breath. The exorcism had failed, or had it? Her suffering had ended, but questions remained. Was she finally free from the clutches of evil? Had she found peace at last? Or had her tormentors simply abandoned her broken body, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and lingering sorrow? Unanswered questions linger. The world gasped at the news. A media frenzy erupted, with journalists and reporters scrambling for every detail. Headlines screamed of horror and mystery. The priests and Anneliese's parents stood trial for negligent homicide. But the questions remained. Was Anneliese truly possessed? The courtroom was filled with tension and uncertainty. Or was she a victim of religious extremism and untreated mental illness? The clash between faith and science was palpable. Her story serves as a chilling reminder of the thin line between belief and reality. A reminder that some mysteries defy explanation, leaving us with more questions than answers. A reminder that the line between faith and fear can be razor-thin and sometimes indistinguishable. And sometimes that line is drawn in blood, leaving a haunting legacy that lingers in the shadows.